so easy every day. Living in Lubbock, who on and only LBK. We got rock and roll, we got the blues, two-stepping in the honky tonks and on cowboy boots. Through the dust in review mirror you can see our rhythm and roots. Rhythm and roots. Welcome to another episode of Rhythm and Roots Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Robertson. Today we are at Crush Pad Wine Bar in downtown Lubbock on Crickets Avenue, and I'm here with the infamous singer-songwriter Bob Simpson. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it a whole
Thank
bunch.
you, buddy. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
I have too.
What a cool place this is. Tell me a little bit about this venue. I know you've got a residency here and a singer-songwriter showcase that you're doing. So tell me a little bit about this venue, what they have to offer, and then what your partnership with them is.
So Jason and Amanda Wiesert are good friends of mine, and they bought this building that we're in and decided to open up a wine bar. They have their own vineyard, so all the wine that you get here is all theirs.
Oh wow! Is it locally here somewhere?
It is, yeah.
Okay,
it is
cool.
local. Yeah. So for those wine lovers that are all about supporting local, come on out to the Crush Pad for sure.
We were just having that conversation.
Yeah, we were. As far as the music goes here, yes, I do have a residency here that's going to kick off October. It's going to be every first Wednesday of the month. So to kick it off, myself, of course, but with Alicia Morgan and then a friend of mine out of San Antonio, Chris Taylor, will be here. Wow. And then I'm going to have some guy named Jason Robertson and Lindsay Cave up here with me too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah. Come November, so we'll be up here. But yeah, I've so far got everything. The first Wednesday's booked out until I think about March at this point.
That's
right now.
Awesome.
But other than that, they've actually trusted me with doing all of the booking here for the live music. So right now we're just starting out doing Saturdays only, and so far it's been great. We've had Casey Heckman, we've had Sal, Brandon Wood, JT Parton. We've had some great artists, and we've got a lot of more great artists coming up too.
So is all of those show dates and everything that they do here listed on their social media?
It is. It's listed on their social media. You can just do a Facebook search for the Crush Pad, and it'll be there.
Okay.
Instagram, things like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you guys make sure you come out and check out the Crush Pad. It's a beautiful place. Bob and these guys have a great relationship, and they're bringing great music in here. So all you music lovers come out and support. And I'm really looking forward to being here in November. So,
and if I may add too, this is we try to keep it kind of a listening room vibe. So if you're looking for a great local singer-songwriter, which of course Lubbock is an incredible hotspot for music, and we just. I don't know what's going on out here. It's one of the things that kind of drew me to Lubbock was all the songwriters and just the community of songwriters. But this is a great place. We host songwriters here at the Crush Pad.
I love
it. It's a place for them to kind of grow and build audiences. And the folks that come through are all fans of music.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you grew up in San Angelo, Texas.
I did.
Central Bobcat alumni. Sick of cats.
That's right.
I know some other alumni, so that's the only reason I know that.
That's right.
So you said songwriting brought you here somewhat, but kind of tell me about, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to where you started figuring out that music was part of your life and that you liked to write songs and that you were good at it. How did that form in your life?
I've always been, and I say this to everybody, I'm a fan first and a musician or songwriter second. I grew up listening to my parents' record collection and just fell in love with music. It is my first love, and I just absorbed everything that I heard. And as I got a little older, and I had always wanted to play guitar, but it wasn't until I was a little older, as I was a teenager, and I started discovering, guitar gods like Jimi Hendrix and, whatnot, I would, spend my allowance money on guitar magazines and read about these guitar players. And I was very excited and wanted to learn so badly. And it wasn't until I was reading this article where Eric Clapton was talking about how he had taught himself how to play guitar at the age of 17. And I was about 15 at the time. And I said, well, if he can do it, I can do that too. I might not be as good as Eric Clapton, and I'm still not, but
Nobody is.
No. So I want to do that. So I taught myself how to play guitar. And I learned from a Mel Bay's Easy Way book. And this was before internet, YouTube and all the things.
I had one of those posters with the chords on it.
Yeah. And, that's how I learned how to play. But also out of those guitar magazines, there was tablature. Yeah. So I was learning how to play, whatever was popular in the 90s, White Zombie or Soundgarden, Alice in Chains songs or whatever. But then I'd learn, Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner and, just different things, Cream, and just kind of picked it up from there. But that was my focus, was I just wanted to be a really good guitar player. I that's what I was really all about. But I didn't get into songwriting until I'd heard Neil Young and James Taylor. And that's when I started kind of turn a little bit. You didn't have to be good looking and you didn't have to dress flashy. You could just be this one guy with a guitar and your thoughts and all your words that you had written down in a journal and just kind of put it into song form. And the girls liked it. Yeah.
That makes you look cool.
Yeah. And so I got into that, and I started doing that. And, there was a little coffee house there in San Angelo at the Cactus Hotel that hired me I was in high school, hired me every Thursday night to go and play. And I could do about 2 to 3 hours of songs. And I'd take my terrible songs along with my cover songs I knew, Beatles and whatnot, and play and get paid for it. Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'd go to school the next day really tired because I'd been out or late at night, playing music. But I thought it was great, and I really enjoyed that.
Were you writing at that time yet?
I was, and I had actually not really written a song until there was a contest, an art contest at school that the PTA, I think it was the PTA that had put on. And they gave you a prompt, and you could write a poem, an interpretive dance, paint something, write a song, sign me up. I want to try this, songwriting deal. And I remember the prompt was, suddenly you turn around and ... kind of fill in the blank, right? And I wrote this song, and it kind of went, and I demoed it and typed up the lyrics on an actual typewriter. Didn't have a computer, had a typewriter. And
so you're about my age.
Yeah, we're showing our age here. And I submitted it, and it wasn't, but I think like a couple weeks later they were announcing, over the morning announcements, and my name came up, and people started looking around like, hey, they just said your name. What did you do? I said, I wrote a song. Oh. Well, then another week would come by. They'd say my name again. Whoa, hey, they said, what did you do? I wrote this song and I advanced. And it just kind of started growing, and I was winning an award for this song after every other month or so. I kept advancing, and then I can't remember what happened after that. It was so long. But I ended up coming out on top. And I thought, well, okay, this is neat. So I can write songs and get awards for them. And that's kind of cool, I thought. It made me feel good, anyway. Now, my take on, winning awards for art is a little jaded, but I won't go
Subjective.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it makes you feel good. I'm
It
not gonna lie.
does.
I'm not gonna lie. But
When you're the winner, it
yeah,
does.
exactly. Yeah, but I don't. That doesn't. I can look back at all those things and my accolades, but that doesn't. I don't feel like that makes me good, or it's subjective.
Sure.
Just like you said. But yeah, I went to college, and I had a buddy who gave me a Tascam 4-track cassette recorder. And so in my
That was
apartment,
high tech back in the
it
day.
was, and it did the job. We still had tape decks in our cars, but no one was buying cassettes. I think they were kind of a thing of the past at this point. And I'd sit there in my apartment, and I'd write songs, and I had a microphone just like this, plugged in, and I would just sit there and just capture my songs, and would start making. I would compile the tapes and dub tape one by one by one by one. It took forever to do, but I would go to local shows or coffee houses, whatever, they'd have live music, and introduce myself and give the tape out. And then the tape started to
How
circulate.
professional you were, man.
Oh man, it's like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, right?
I really didn't have any idea.
How old were you at this time?
I was in my early 20s
Nice.
at this point in time, and I was doing it that way.
Were you trying to pursue a career in music? Is that what were you wanting to play for a living?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was going to school for journalism, but I wanted to be some kind of hotshot rock star if I could.
Yeah.
It seemed a lot cooler
Than everybody. I know, man.
And I those tapes started to circulate, and I started getting booked gigs, and building a fan base. And then I had some buddies out here in Lubbock. So why don't you come out to Lubbock and let's record you a proper demo, something that doesn't have tape hiss on it. So I came out here and cut a demo, and I went to San Angelo, and I ran into a guy who's a recording engineer veteran, and he had just retired from being part of the Nashville scene, Gary Laney, and he had cut just about almost all of Keith Whitley's records. And
Oh, wow.
Texas Tornadoes, Alan Jackson, REM, he had all this stuff, And but he was retired, he was done with it, but he got a hold of my music, and we had met, and he called me like that next day and said, "Man, I've been listening to these songs, and you're really good, and I wish you all the best in what you're doing." Oh, thanks. And then a couple of weeks passed, and he called me again and said, "Hey, you want to come over and make a record? You want to cut a record?" And I was like, yeah, sure, And I ended up at his house, and I'm thinking he's going to have like this big analog board, or I don't know what to expect, right? And he had this laptop computer with a couple of monitors and a couple of microphones, and had me sit in a closet with my guitar and just cut. And he had come from the days of digital analog tape, and Pro Tools was something foreign to him. So he was learning this, and this was my first record. This is my debut album. And it's out there for the world to hear on all streaming platforms. Don't go listen to it. It's terrible. I'm pretty green as the grass at this point still. And, he's learning. So this record, what would have normally have taken us a couple of weeks, maybe a month to make, took us about 9 months, give or take. Just because we were both learning. He was learning the new technology, and I was learning how to record, how to really write songs and production and things like that. So the record came out, and I was touring and pushing it and all, and the record got sent out to various people. And I think like a couple of folks that I remember off the top of my head, like one guy was the drummer of Steve Earle's band at the time, the Dukes, and then another guy was John Prine, and then I was just encouraged after that to go to Nashville, and meet some people and try to get in there wherever I could, however I could, and I was in my late 20s, and it was a real learning experience. Everybody that I met or had lunch with or whoever, all told me, "Hey, what go back to Texas. You have your own scene there. You don't belong here. I had one guy, he was actually the head of ASCAP. And he told me, man, I can't do anything for you. I've listened to this record. I like it, but there's nothing I can do for you.
Yeah.
I can maybe put you on the air after 10 p.m. with Lyle Lovett or something like that. I was like, well, that's great. And he goes, no, I don't think you get it. I said, no, I don't think you get it. He's one of my heroes. And he goes, well, you say it now, I hear it. Yeah. I don't go back to Texas, So I come back to Texas and I try it again. And I'm just kind of looking around going, well, I'm not really part of this Texas country scene. I'm not, it's not me, I like it. Okay. I guess, but it's not me. I don't fit in that. And so I started meeting other folks that were in it, other artists and songwriters that were part of it. And I was like, well, okay, let's do another album. I've got enough songs. Let's do this. So I made a country record, which is also out on the streaming platforms. And don't listen to that one either. Yeah.
Was your first one singer songwriter style, Americana kind of style?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just the songs. They weren't very strong.
Yeah.
Because I was still very new to it.
And this next one was more driving country, honky tonk type style.
But it was still not even honky tonk necessarily. It really was Americana, but it was like that alt country sort of thing, And but it wasn't me. And when that record came out and it didn't do what I had hoped that it would, I was devastated. I was embarrassed. I didn't pick up a guitar for 2 years after that. I just was like, not even going to touch it anymore. Not even going to do it. And so I just put it away, and I didn't write songs. I didn't do anything. And then it wasn't until several years later after that, a radio DJ friend of mine out of Fort Worth, we were having a conversation. He said, I'm going to play your songs on the air tonight. I said, don't do that. Please don't do that. He goes, no. No, you deserve to be on here with everybody else. And it's my show. I'm going to put your stuff up. Okay. So he did. And like that next morning, I remember waking up and I had messages and emails from people like, who are you? Where'd you come from? Where can I hear more of your stuff? And we'd like for you to come play this gig and so on and so forth. And it just sort of kind of opened things up a little bit more.
Cool.
And it really kind of put the fire on me again, to do it. So I picked up the guitar, started writing songs again, and I started getting into songwriter communities in the Houston area where I'd been living for a while at the time, and started going to conferences and songwriter festivals, and started putting my hat in the ring for those things. And then I started playing those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, you know what? It's time to make a record that's me, something that these are my songs and this is my style. And this really gives a good example of who I am in terms of my music. And so I got together with a couple of friends in Houston, and we cut The Emperor's New Moon, which is my last record. And we were going to have Lloyd Maines, who's from Lubbock originally, produce it. He didn't have the time to do it, but he did offer to play on it. So I put him on duties for mandolin and pedal steel. So he's on that.
That's
and that is one that you can go and stream. I'm perfectly fine with that. I like all those songs.
It's a great album, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
It's got some great songs on it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do you think that's been the hardest part as an artist, is finding out who you are and what your true style is and what your true identity as an artist is?
Definitely one of them, for sure. That would probably be my top right there. And then trying to find your way and build an audience, people that do believe in you, or that want to come back and see you or hear your music, or, follow you, things like that.
That takes energy and time and investment.
It really does. It really does. But that was, I hadn't put out a new record in about 6 years, I think it's been now. So I'm working on a new one.
Yeah, I
as
remember
we
you
speak.
telling me about that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's talk about it a little
Yeah.
bit. Is this stuff you've recently written? Is some old things that you're bringing back to life? Or?
A little here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm recording with John Taylor at Mount Vernon
Oh
Studios.
yeah, you're in great hands.
I'm
over
in
there.
excellent hands, and John is one of those guys. And I'm kind of strict about this. I don't want to really just record with anyone, but I want to record with somebody that believes in me and what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
that's definitely John. That's something that I learned from working with Gary Laney, who's now the head engineer, audio engineer, recording engineer at the church studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is Leon Russell's old studio.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so working with him, that kind of showed me that. So John is definitely that guy that I'm so glad to know him. He's a great person and makes great T-shirts. Johnny Velvet.
Oh yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
hey, they've got a very cool listening room
They
over there too,
do.
man. Lubbock Listening Room.
Lubbock Listening
Shout
Room.
out to you guys over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, Micah and the team, absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great thing for sure.
Well, and John's also got some of the best studio musicians in town.
He really does. He
I
really
mean, those
does.
guys are incredible.
They really are. Well, I told John because we had gone in to do this record and a couple years ago actually, and I was gonna kind of do like I did from before, put musicians on it and this whole thing, but we put a halt on it, and I took some time off in a way and thought about, is it really worth it for me to go all out and put other musicians on it and make it this whole grand production again? And I thought, I'm not touring anymore. I'm not looking for a record deal. I'm not trying to go out and be some hotshot singer-songwriter. I'm just a guy that writes these songs, and I don't know, maybe my goal is to get a publishing deal. But, I'd love to have a cut. I really just want to be a songwriter. Like I started out wanting to be when I was 17, 18 years old and first heard Needle and the Damage Done by Neil Young, or Walking Man by James Taylor. I wanted to be just a songwriter. So what we've done is we've stripped this down. There's no musicians but myself. There's minimal overdubs. It's just me and a guitar.
Oh, wow.
One microphone, just like when I was in my apartment in Midland, Texas, on that Tascam recorder and just making these demos.
Oh, that's gonna be killer.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah, so for people that do come and see me, whether I'm playing here or I'm playing at a brewery somewhere or a listening room, a songwriter festival where it's just me and my guitar, because I really don't have any other musicians I play with. I mean, if you want to come in and sit in with me, that'd be great. I love it, but I don't always count on that. So I want someone who is interested in my music to be able to take that record home and put it on, and that's what they experienced when they first heard it. That's what they're going to get. They're not going to get some grand production and be like, well, I didn't think of this song being that way. I really was kind of hoping to hear it stripped as it was, as I originally heard it, So John and I are on the same page with the same vision, and the energy in the studio has been fantastic, and the cuts have been great. We've really just been fine with just the one and done. So, but we're working on some more takes. I'm going back in a couple weeks to do some more, and really excited for it.
When does that album look like it's gonna hit the street?
At some point next year, I'm hoping. I would assume. I mean, we're like it shouldn't take much because it's just me and a guitar. So that's what I'm doing.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. Was this beautiful J50 back here part of the magic?
Absolutely. This guitar has been a part of every record that I've played on except for the last one. But this is it. This is my workhorse. This is. I mean, I have other guitars at home, but this one right here, I'll never find another guitar.
So what year model is this?
This is a 1959.
59.
1959 Gibson J50. This was given to me as a high school graduation gift by the pastor of the church I went to, who was a songwriter, a very influential person in my life. He got this guitar as a high school graduation gift too.
Oh, wow.
So his kids didn't have any interest in playing music, but he saw the fire in my eyes, and he knew that kind of hunger, and he gave that to me. So this is yours.
This is your baby then.
Yeah. So this is what I like to call a true devil's backbone guitar. You plug it into an LR Baggs acoustic, a pair of acoustic DI, and you're set. Maybe even a California Blonde SWR amplifier or something like that. But this is it. It's been with me everywhere. Tours, studios, festivals, and it's my most prized possession. And she's you can look at it, you can see it's if she could talk, she would have quite a story to tell. But I can only say that while she's been in my possession, dropped a time or two, left out in the West Texas heat, and things that I'm not really proud of, but has since been taken care of, and is still well loved.
So I know, other than being an accomplished singer-songwriter and a music lover, as being a performer, I also know that you've got quite a collection of music.
Oh, yes.
I've heard through the grapevine, through some mutual friends, that you might have a little vinyl collection. Maybe?
I have quite a hefty music collection. Yes, I do. This is true. And it doesn't come cheap.
Yeah. So are you a vinyl collector? Is that what you?
I am. I am a collector. I'll go ahead and say I'm an audiophile. I've got a nice modest stereo system at home. But yes, I'm a big music collector. Super audio compact discs. Straight from the master tapes, vinyl. That's kind of where I go. Japanese pressings. And
are you
things
listening
like
to that stuff all the time? Is that kind of your thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
there's nothing quite like the crackle of the vinyl at night.
Yeah, and I'm pretty particular, because when I hear crackle, I go, okay, that's got to go. I have an ultrasonic cleaning machine.
So you're a real vinyl
guy. I don't want to say I'm a snob, but I might be. But I put it in the machine and I take it out and I put it in. Listen, okay, good. It's good now. And listen, because when you're hearing that, you're hearing dirt.
That's right.
Or
so
a scratch.
Prized album #1, House Catches on Fire. You're getting the J50, the Wife. And what album are you taking with you?
Boy, that's a great question. I've got an autographed Willis Allen Ramsey album that would probably go with me. I'll have to say that, because when I had it signed, he sat down and had a conversation with me. So that's pretty important to me, as someone that was influential to me, and that record especially, that would probably go with me. I can replace the Beatles stuff. I can replace the Dylan box set. I can replace a lot of that for the most part. I don't want to have to start all over again. I don't want to do it. I've already had to a couple of times, but probably that record, that Willis Allen Ramsey record. Very that's nice. Autographed. Yeah.
So are you playing? I've seen you playing quite a bit. Are you actively playing right now? I mean,
yeah. I
know you just kind of switched your occupation, and life seems really good for you, and it's like you're back to playing some music.
I am. I've got a family and a full-time career, but I have a full-time career that now allows me that flexibility to be able to get out there and play. So
very nice.
I'm playing. One night I might be at the Cactus Theater opening up for somebody. I might be here, playing the Crush Pad. I could be over at Two Docks Brewing or the brewery LBK. I might be over at Escondido Grill playing over there, or Fred's Garage and Shallow Water. It just kind of depends, I'm just out there doing it, having a good time and playing my songs, for anybody that'll listen. And sometimes they don't, and that's okay. I like to practice.
That's right, man. So where can we find your music? And then tell us where your social media is, where we can catch where you're playing.
Yeah, you can go to bobsimpsonmusic.net, and everything that you need to know about me is there. You can find where I'm playing. You can listen to my music. You can purchase my music. I have a Bandcamp page. You can go to bandcamp.com/Bob Bob Simpson music, maybe it is, or you can just Google Bob Simpson music, and I come up all over the place. There's not a streaming platform I'm not on.
Okay, good.
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. It's I'm out there everywhere.
Very nice.
Yeah, you can't get away from me, right?
Well, I can't wait to start coming to some of these songwriter showcases you have, because that's kind of near and dear to my heart. That's where I really enjoy the performances in a more intimate setting, where it is about the lyric and the song.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the story behind it,
And, as a songwriter like yourself too, and I don't know if you feel this way, but I know that for me, when I go to those things, I get inspired.
Oh, absolutely. It just lights something inside of you, man.
And sometimes I can't stay for the whole show because I got to go home and write something. Like, I'm so inspired. I've been known to walk out of concerts and just go home and pick up my guitar and start working, just because I get inspired.
Yeah.
So things like that, really, I love it.
Your process, are you more of a melody guy and then you come up with some lyrics, or do you have a bunch of lyrics and then you put melodies to them, or is it kind of a combination?
It's it's a combination. It really is. I will find myself waking up at 1, 2 in the morning, and I will grab my phone and go to the notes app and start putting things down. And it's like,
that sounds just like a friend of mine, Steve Gary. I heard him say that several times. Yeah.
Steve does that too.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, but I've got a thick notebook full, and other notebooks full of stuff that I've written over the past 20 something years. It's still, I haven't, found its place yet, but I'm working on songs all the time. And even though I don't give it all of my attention because I kind of can't, my process is like this, that I need a good amount of quiet time.
Yeah.
And it could be a couple of days, it could be hours, and I need that to get my focus and my well of creativity right to where I can start putting things together.
I'm the same exact way.
Yeah.
I've got to get there.
Yeah.
It takes a minute.
Yeah. And it's not like I can just, come home from my day job and, say hello to my wife and kids and get right to it. I have to have that space in some point in time to be able to do it. To make this kind of song that I want to make, which is something that I feel like it really deserves to have time and attention to, versus something silly. For instance, my wife said to me, there should be a song written about my love for Diet Coke. And I thought, well, okay. I wrote a song about her love for Diet Coke in 30 minutes. It's stupid and silly. It's just for her, and I'll probably never play it for anybody else. But there's a song out there I've written about Diet Coke, and it took me that long to do. But I can't just write something that's got depth to it or any kind of real authenticity in that amount of time, unless it actually just came to me. Not because I do have songs like that, but they have to really come to me at a certain time. But in order for me to really be able to write a song like that, I have to have that space to do it in.
Very nice. I'm very similar in that regard. I've got to have a little bit of time set aside. It's with families and careers. It's a little more difficult to do.
It is,
but
it is.
You can figure it out.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You sure
can. Man, I really appreciate you doing this today.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear you on this J50. I can't. Are you going to play some of the new stuff for us, or are you going to kind of keep that?
I don't know. I haven't really even decided to what I am going to play.
Just as long as we can hear the Diet Coke song.
Maybe we'll see.
Well, listen. Thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to the Crush Pad for having us today. Please go check out BobSimpsonMusic.net. And all the streaming platforms. I know he's got social media where he can post where he's playing. And go check out Crush Pad. This is a beautiful place. I hear the wine's good. And look forward to being here and catching some live music. So, Bob, thank you again.
Thanks so much,
I
Jason.
really appreciate it. Stick around for some tunes from Bob Simpson. You can catch all the rest of these episodes on the City of Lubbock's YouTube channel, playlist Rhythm and Roots. Appreciate you guys sticking around with us. We'll see you next time.
I'm Bob Simpson, and this is a song called Kill My Blues that's off of my third release, The Emperor's New Moon. And it's been such a long time since I wrote it that I don't remember if I even have a story behind it or anything. That I do remember this. I heard Ray Wiley Hubbard on the radio, and thought, man, that was a cool lick he was playing. And I don't remember what song it was now, but anyway, this was inspired by that moment in time that afternoon. I've been busy waving round this flag red. I come out swinging and beat the best of your dead. And some loose leaves, the tangled sores and holes in the screws. I get damn near anything just to kill my blues. Don't wanna move on to that next town. Don't wanna be anywhere that I might be found. Place my bet, play the game and lose. I get damn near anything just to kill my blues. Kill my blues, clean my soul, wash my mind, mama, make me whole. Dream of days, skies are blue, kickstart is hot, making something new. I fall short of nothing after time is gone right on by. Just like Hank Williams sang, I'm so lonesome I could cry. Life gave me a lemon, I'm biting off more than I can even chew. I give damn near anything just to kill my blues. I'm about ready to see my end of days, looking down the road to hell in my very own dismay. I've surrounded myself with my demons and the devil's motley crew. I give damn near anything just to kill my blues. I give damn near anything just to kill my blues. I give damn near anything, oh Lord, just to kill my blues. I'm Bob Simpson, and this is a song called Till I Find My Way Back Home. taking one last look, just like the plot of some old mystery book. Never know the next move till it's played. So I'm turning on the brights, rolling out those old highway lights, wondering if this time that should have stayed. For on this road I travel, bound to carry on. Seems like every step I take might be the one. Like a rite of passage or a calm before the storm. I've been laying low, take it slow, till I find my way back home. The tides that bind me loosely are more precious than gold. Like the wind that dances fiercely through my soul. I wake up in the morning just before they know I'm gone, like a strange running an unfamiliar song. On this road I travel, I'm bound to carry on. Seems like every step I take might be the one. Like a rite of passage or a calm before the storm. I've been laying low, take it slow, till I find my way back home. Till I find my way back home. With a heart full of misery and a pocket full of sin, I've been trying to dig myself out of this place that I've been in. Arguing with my mind, been easing pain and biding time. Staring out a window at a truck stop in the rain, like a hopeless wanderer without a sense of change. That I've grown used to in all of my time, seems the hardest ones to hold still live forever in my mind. For on this road I travel, I'm bound to carry on. Seems like every step I take might be the one. Like a rite of passage or a calm before the storm. Till I find my way back home. Till I find my way back home. Till I find my way back home. I'm Bob Simpson. This is a song called 1,000 Kisses. Somewhere beyond the sea is a soul I'm longing for. Out amongst the highway lies one that I adore. Happiness that binds me by a tie of careless kinds. You're 1,000 kisses far from me, but you're often on my mind. I'm not out seeking sorrow or shelter from the storm, or looking for salvation in the places you were born. Pray they take your hand as surely as the sun will blind. 'Cause you're 1,000 kisses far from me, but you're often on my mind. Sun will rise, moon will fall, silence grows, loudness fades, and the daylight comes to call. Please don't dismiss me or anything I have implied. You're 1,000 kisses far from me, but you're often on my mind. Everything that seems so close is very far apart. Distance is a fondness that grows within my heart. Each feeling I carry, there's no telling what I'll find. You're 1,000 kisses far from me, but you're often on my mind. Oh, I'll come running to you, as sure as the sun will blind. You're 1,000 kisses far from me, but you're often on my mind. You're 1,000 kisses far from me, but you're often on my mind. Double their pay.
Let's see if they're for hire for the rest of our sheet.
Sorry. Okay, let's try this here. I'm Bob Simpson, and this is called I Can't Run From My Love For You. I had a dream I was out in Nashville, drinking at a hotel bar, when this woman come up from behind me, as dark as a night without a star. Off ahead in the distance, I saw a glimmer of shimmering light, but it could not have been an angel, 'cause you were nowhere in sight. I was alone, feeling used. I was hungry, craving you. I was out searching, seeking truth. I could run from the world, but I can't run from my love for you. She followed me out to Vegas, where I was being wanted by the mob. I was framed for forgery, liquor store I didn't rob. Down the long hall of a casino, I swear I saw your face, but it was just some stranger's reflection, dusty hung shadow case. I was far from home, feeling broke down and used. I was hungry, craving you. I was out seeking to understand these blues. I could run from the world, but I can't run from my love for you. The soul's been shaking, losing sight. It's hard and going down without a fight. I just can't make it another night without you. Without you. I woke up in a panic on your side of the bed. My soul was blazed with yearning, and your voice, it echoed in my head. Some now say that I'm crazy, or that I'm losing touch, but it's your ghost in this house that haunts me, 'cause losing you is too much. Now I'm all alone, feeling used. I am hungry, craving you. I'm still searching to understand these blues. I could run from the world, but I can't run from my love for you. I could run from the world, but I can't run from my love for you. I could run from the world, but I can't run from my love.